the technique is very powerful at resolving conflicts, minor conflicts, even major conflicts to a certain degree, but also the technique is very powerful in seeing things from a different point of view. In my experience of working with people across a broad range of areas, I tend to use this a lot to resolve conflict. But what I also do, and what I also learned as well, is quite useful in the business context to see things from a different point of view. Because sometimes you think, well, I'm doing everything right, or we have a perception of what we're doing, but until we see the shoe from the other foot, things are, you know, a little bit different really. So it's quite useful to see it in a business context. And I'll explain how you can do it in a business context a little bit later on as well. I could actually email you a separate sheet that we do specifically for businesses, which is quite handy to help increase productivity, just to see it from a different point of view. It's also useful, and interestingly enough, I was looking at doing a little bit of a modelling project myself, and I was looking at what made people successful, and I actually interviewed a few people. I interviewed some teachers to find out what they did to do things really well. And I interviewed one specific teacher and asked her, because she was very successful at her job, she'd worked with young offenders for a long time. I said, what do you do differently to everybody else? And she said to me, without doing a day of NLP herself, that she would look at things from their perspective, and by doing that she could build a better relationship and moving forward. I thought really all that is perceptual positions. So we talk about NLP being a set of tools that models excellence. There we go. You know, there's people out there doing things without even realising that they're very, very powerful. So I'm going to guide you through these different areas. We've got different meta positions, and all meta positions are a different state. So this is going to be self. This will be the other person, the second position, and the third one will be the observer. And we're going to gain insights from the various positions so you can see things from different perspectives. And by seeing it from different perspectives, at the end of the technique, we're going to get new insights. So we may not completely resolve whatever's going on, yet we will have new insights. And with these new insights, we can decide to take whatever action necessary to move forward. Okay? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get you to relax and close your eyes if you wish, and relate to the situation. I want you to see the situation as you are based on your experience. So in this position here, yourself, your mark, you're going through the situation. Just notice what you see, what you hear, the colours of what you're wearing, what the other person's wearing, any sounds, any feelings, where the feelings are, and how it makes you feel. And just relating to that situation or time in the here and now. And once you're there, just give us a nod. Okay, just re-experiencing those feelings. Okay. Now I want you to just come back to the here and now in your own time and your own pace. Okay, so gradually just open your eyes, coming back in the here and now. Okay, what we do now is we're going to go to the second position, which is the other person or the other party. Now, we break state in between. All break state is to wipe the mind clear. One of the best ways to do that, one of the things I do is I ask people to remember or say their mobile phone number backwards. And then it wipes the slate clean. So basically, if Mark was to move into the second position with that state of mind, what would happen? He'd take those feelings across. So to break state, phone number backwards, you can clap of the hand. What number of things you can do to break state? I tend to think, well, phone number backwards is a good one to get the mind unscrambled again and go again. If you want to take a seat here, you can mark in the second position. Okay, and now I want you to experience the situation as the other person. So gradually closing your eyes and really relaxing. And just experiencing the situation as the other person. Just notice what the other person might feel like. You becoming them. If you're comfortable enough to become them, just become them ever so briefly. And if you're okay to become them, just give me a nod. Okay. And now we just see what they see. The colours of what you're wearing, what they're wearing, the people around you, their feelings, where the feelings are, any sounds, what's being said. Just going through all of that. Okay, once you experience that, just give us a nod. Okay, just experience that situation like you're there in the here and now. Once we've done that, we'll just gradually come back to the here and now, at your own time and your own pace. Okay, so we're just going to break state, front and backwards, and then we'll go across to the third position, which is the chair, furthest right. The reason why I said to Mark, if he was comfortable becoming the other person, in certain situations, someone might not be comfortable being the other person. Now, in certain experiences, people who've been a victim of abuse, for example, they don't want to become the other person. And all we do in that situation, we tell them, okay, what about standing behind the chair and just seeing it from their perspective, so a little bit more mildly. It's always good erring on that side of caution, because if the person is very resistant about being someone else for whatever reason, then we want to make sure we give them the opportunity to step back. Now we look at things from an observer point of view. All the observer is someone that you respect, yet would be impartial to the situation. So
somebody sort of outside of the actual
the situation, yeah,
outside
yeah.
of the picture, yeah.
Someone who's not going to stand up for what you do, no matter what you do, unconditionally,
Yeah.
or the other person. Someone who's going to sit in the middle and tell it like it is, and see the situation for what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so really relaxing and closing your eyes and letting yourself go, and becoming the third person, the fly in the wall, so to speak. Okay, so as we become this fly in the wall, think of the person that you respect, who will give you an honest opinion, an impartial opinion, and become this person. And as you become this person, almost like a fly in the wall, observing the situation, just notice yourself and the other person communicating. Notice what's going on. Notice the colours of the clothes that you're wearing and the other person's wearing, and the people around are wearing. Any sounds, what's being said, the feelings, where it is, what's happening. And just notice and observe from the other person's point of view. And just gradually start developing some insights in terms of what the other person sees and how the other person sees it and calls it. Okay. And as you do that and experience it like it's happening in the here and now, notice what it's like. Okay. And we're going to gradually bring you back to the here and now, in your own time, at your own pace. Okay. Okay. How does it feel to go to the...
It felt strange being the observer, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it sort of made me think that if somebody was to look at the situation through a different eye who's not involved, then we're probably both in the wrong, the two of us that got a conflict.
Okay. Okay.
But for different reasons.
Sure. Okay, that's fine. So we are making some progress.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just want to take a step to yourself again. So we just go back to that position there, which is step 4.
And also as well, when I went into the other person's seat, I suppose, you know, by thinking about that, I've got a bit more insight as into the reasons why they did what they did.
Okay,
You know,
sure.
the motivations behind it, and the fear behind what they did.
And that's a start in terms of going forward, definitely. Because if we're stuck in a certain situation, we're not going to move forward, but it is a positive start. Now I'm going to get to be yourself again. So I want you to be yourself and go back to being Mark, yourself. And I want you to take the insights from the observer. Really relax and take whatever insights from the observer. So back to being yourself, drawing on these insights. And as you draw upon these insights, I want you to reenact the situation with a new understanding. With these insights that you have from the other person and yourself, and the insights you have from the observer, just notice how you might react differently or reenact the situation with a new level of understanding. What might be different?